This is your warning, and you don't get many chances like this. Every single day, people are accidentally giving away coins that could have changed everything for them. Not because they don't care, but because they don't know. Today, I'm revealing 3 wheat pennies that are slipping through people's hands unnoticed. And once you see them, you'll never ignore your change again. There is something almost magical about the year 1945. The world was changing, history was being written, and right in the middle of it all, a small, simple coin was quietly being minted. The 1945 wheat penny with no mint mark. At first glance, it looks ordinary. Worn edges, grey-green toning, maybe even a little rough from decades of use. But what most people don't understand is that this exact look, this aged, mysterious appearance, is part of what makes it feel like a hidden treasure lost in plain sight. This coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which is why it carries no mint mark. During that time, millions were produced. But here's where things become powerful. Not all coins survive the same way. Over decades, coins get lost, melted, damaged, or simply forgotten. But when one survives in very fine condition, with that unique grey-green patina spreading across both the obverse and reverse, it becomes something far more than just currency. It becomes history you can hold. Now picture the front of the coin. You see the strong profile of Abraham Lincoln, facing right, calm, yet powerful. Above him, the word liberty stands firm. The date 1945 sits quietly, but it carries the weight of an entire era. On the opposite side, 2 wheat stalks frame the words 1 cent and United States of America. These wheat ears symbolize prosperity, growth, and survival, and ironically, this coin itself has survived against all odds. Let's talk about its physical details, because this is where collectors become obsessed. This coin is composed of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. It weighs exactly 3.11 grams. Its diameter measures 19 millimeters, and the thickness sits around 1.52 millimeters. These precise measurements are not just numbers. They are the identity of authenticity. Serious collectors know that even the smallest deviation can mean something extraordinary or something fake. But what makes this coin special, the one you are watching right now, is its condition. Very fine condition means the details are still visible, the design is not completely worn out, and the coin still carries its historical character. And those grey-green spots? That is oxidation over decades. That is time itself marking the coin. And instead of reducing value, in many cases, it enhances the uniqueness. Now let's talk about rarity and demand. You might think millions were made, so how can it be rare? That's where most people lose their chance at real treasure. Rarity is not just about mintage numbers. It's about survival, condition, and collector demand. Coins like this, in this specific condition, with this specific aging pattern, are being hunted aggressively across the United States. Collectors are not just buying coins, they are chasing stories, history, and uniqueness. And now, the moment you've been waiting for. This exact 1945 wheat penny with no mint mark, in very fine condition with grey-green toning, is currently reaching a market value of $120,400. Yes, you heard that right. This is not imagination. This is not fantasy. This is the current market reality. And the most shocking part? This value is not stable. It is rising. Day by day, collectors are paying more because coins like this are disappearing into private collections. Once they are gone, they are gone. If you are holding one of these, you are not holding a coin. You are holding a silent treasure, a hidden asset, something that many people have already lost without even knowing. Now listen carefully because this part can protect your future. If you ever find a coin like this, never rush. Patience is your strongest weapon. Store it in a dry, cool place, preferably inside a protective coin holder. Avoid touching it directly with your fingers because oils can damage the surface over time. And one of the biggest mistakes people make is cleaning the coin. Never do that. Cleaning destroys value instantly. That natural aging, that is what collectors pay for. When checking coins, always start with the date, mint mark, and condition. Look at the details in Lincoln's face, the wheat lines on the reverse, and the overall texture. These small details can mean the difference between something ordinary and something life-changing. And if you are serious about finding more coins like this, start looking in the most unexpected places. Old jars, inherited collections, flea markets, estate sales, even loose change. Because the truth is, these treasures are not always locked away. Sometimes they are hiding in the simplest places. And here's something most people don't realize. Patience creates wealth in coin collecting. The longer you hold a rare coin, the more its story grows, and the more collectors are willing to pay for it. This 1945 wheat penny is not just a coin. It is proof that hidden treasures still exist. It is proof that history still rewards those who pay attention. And if you think this is already unbelievable, then get ready, because the next coin is even more shocking, and almost no one sees it coming. Stay with me. There are moments in life when something small, almost invisible, turns out to carry a weight so massive it completely changes how you see the world. And this is one of those moments, because the 1950 wheat penny with no mint mark is not just another coin. It is a silent survivor, a hidden treasure that people are unknowingly spending every single day without realizing what they are letting slip through their fingers. Imagine this. Somewhere in America, someone opens an old jar of coins. They see a dull brown penny with faint green spots along the edges. It looks old, maybe even a little worn. They don't think twice. They toss it aside, or worse, spend it. And just like that, something incredibly valuable disappears back into circulation. That exact scenario is happening right now, again and again. And most people have absolutely no idea. The year 1950 sits in a unique place in American history. The post-war era was shaping a new future. Industries were booming, and everyday life was moving forward fast. In the middle of this transformation, the Philadelphia Mint quietly produced wheat pennies without a mint mark. These coins entered circulation like any other, but time had a different plan for them. Now let's step closer and truly see this coin, not as loose change, but as a piece of living history. On the obverse, the unmistakable profile of Abraham Lincoln stands firm, facing right. His expression is calm, timeless, almost as if he knows something we don't. Above him, the word, "In God We Trust," stretches across the top, bold and unwavering. To the left, liberty is engraved, a symbol that defines a nation. And just beside Lincoln, the date 1950 quietly sits, holding decades of untold stories. Turn the coin over, and the reverse reveals something equally powerful. Two wheat stalks curve along the edges, framing the bold words, 1 cent and United States of America. At the top, E pluribus unum reminds us of unity, out of many, one. These wheat ears are not just decoration, they represent growth, endurance, and survival. And just like those wheat stalks, this coin has endured decades of change. Now here's where things start to get truly interesting. This coin is made of 95% copper, with a small mix of tin and zinc, a composition that gives it that classic warm tone. But over time, something happens. The environment begins to leave its mark. And in this particular coin, those green spots along the edges of the obverse are not damage in the way most people think. They are a signature of time, a natural transformation that makes each coin unique. No two coins age the same way, and that uniqueness is exactly what collectors chase. Its weight is precisely 3.11 grams. Its diameter measures 19 millimeters. Its thickness stands at around 1.52 millimeters. These exact specifications are critical. They are the fingerprint of authenticity. Experienced collectors examine these details carefully because even the smallest inconsistency can reveal something extraordinary. But the real power of this coin lies in its condition. Extra fine condition means the coin has retained much of its original detail. Lincoln's hair still shows defined lines. The wheat stalks on the reverse remain sharp and clear. The overall structure is strong, not overly worn. And when you combine that level of preservation with those subtle green edge markings, you get something incredibly rare. A coin that tells a complete story from its creation to its survival. Now let's talk about rarity, because this is where most people misunderstand everything. Yes, millions of these coins were minted. But how many survived in extra fine condition? How many still carry natural aging patterns without being cleaned, damaged, or destroyed? That number drops dramatically. And when demand from collectors continues to rise, the value begins to climb in ways that shock even experienced numismatists. Collectors across the United States are actively searching for coins exactly like this. Not just any 1,950 penny, but this type. No mint mark, extra fine condition, natural green spotting along the edges. This specific combination creates a level of demand that turns an ordinary coin into something extraordinary. And now, here comes the moment that changes everything. This exact 1,950 wheat penny, with no mint mark, green edge spots, and in extra fine condition, is currently reaching a market value of $140,100. Yes, this is real. This is happening right now in today's market. And the most powerful part, this value is not standing still. It is rising. Slowly, steadily, but undeniably. Collectors are holding tighter, searching harder, and paying more, because they know what most people don't. This is not just a coin. This is hidden wealth. This is something people are losing every single day, simply because they don't recognize it. And if you are watching this, you are already ahead of millions. Now listen closely, because what you do next matters. If you ever come across a coin like this, the first rule is simple. Do not rush. Rushing leads to mistakes, and mistakes destroy value. Store the coin in a protective holder, keep it in a dry environment, and avoid direct contact. The natural oils from your fingers can slowly damage the surface. And one of the biggest mistakes, the most dangerous mistake, is cleaning the coin. Never clean it. That green spotting, that natural aging, that is part of its identity. Removing it does not make the coin better. It destroys the very thing that makes it valuable. When checking coins before buying or collecting, always start with the basics. The date, the mint mark, and the condition. Then move deeper. Look at the sharpness of Lincoln's features. Examine the wheat stalks. Observe the edges. These small details hold massive importance. And if you truly want to find coins like this, you need to think differently. Stop looking only in obvious places. The real treasures are often hidden in the most unexpected locations. Old collections, passed down through generations, estate sales, forgotten boxes, even loose change that no one bothered to check. Because the truth is, these coins are not gone. They are still out there, waiting, and patience. Patience is what separates those who find them from those who miss them forever. In coin collecting, patience is not just a virtue, it is a strategy. The longer you hold the right coin, the more powerful its story becomes, and the more collectors are willing to pay to own it. This 1,950 wheat penny is not just another entry in history. It is proof that treasures are still being overlooked. It is proof that value can hide in the smallest things. And it is proof that right now, somewhere, someone is holding this coin without even knowing what they have. But what's coming next? We'll take this to a completely different level. Stay with me, because the final coin is on another level entirely. And now, this is the moment you've been waiting for. The coin that almost nobody recognizes. The coin that slips through hands unnoticed. The coin that people have spent, dropped, ignored, without ever realizing they were holding something truly powerful. The 1,955 wheat penny with a D mint mark. At first glance, it doesn't demand attention. It doesn't shine like gold. It doesn't scream value. In fact, most people would look at it and think, just another old penny. But that is exactly where the story begins, because the most dangerous treasures are the ones that look ordinary. Imagine this scene. A quiet afternoon. Someone sorting through old change, fingers brushing past coins without care, until they reach one with a slightly unusual tone. A grey-blue shade on the front, almost subtle, almost easy to ignore. On the back, faint grey-green spotting, like time itself has gently touched the surface. They pause for a second, then move on. That moment, that single moment, could be the difference between losing a treasure and discovering something extraordinary. This coin was minted in 1955 at the Denver Mint, marked by the small but powerful D beneath the date. The mid-1950s were a time of rapid growth in America, industries expanding, cities rising, and coins like this flowing through everyday life. But unlike many others, this coin carries something deeper, something that only reveals itself to those who truly look. Let's bring it closer. On the obverse, Abraham Lincoln's profile stands strong, facing right. His expression feels steady, almost watchful, as if guarding the history within the coin. Above him, "In God We Trust," stretches across the top, bold, confident, unshaken by time. To the left, "Liberty" is engraved clearly, and just below it, the date 1955 sits alongside the small but crucial D mint mark. That D is not just a letter, it is a signal. It tells you this coin was born in Denver, and for collectors, that detail alone changes everything. Flip the coin over, and the reverse reveals the classic wheat design. 2 wheat stalks curve upward along the edges, framing the words 1 cent and United States of America. Above it all, E pluribus unum stands as a reminder of unity. The design is simple, but powerful. It represents growth, endurance, and a connection to a time when every coin carried meaning beyond its face value. Now let's talk about the physical identity of this coin. The details that separate truth from illusion. This coin is composed of 95% copper, with the remaining 5% made up of tin and zinc. That composition gives it strength, durability, and the ability to age in a way that creates those unique color tones collectors love. Its weight is exactly 3.11 grams. Its diameter measures 19 millimeters. Its thickness is approximately 1.52 millimeters. These are not just specifications. They are proof. They are what serious collectors rely on to confirm authenticity, to separate rare coins from common ones, and to identify something truly valuable hiding in plain sight. But what makes this specific coin stand out is something far more powerful. The color, that gray-blue shade on the obverse, it's not something you see every day. It's subtle, almost mysterious. It reflects decades of natural aging, environmental exposure, and chemical reactions that no human can perfectly recreate. And on the reverse, those gray-green spots, they are not flaws. They are fingerprints of time. Each spot, each tone variation, tells a story of where this coin has been and how it survived. Now combine that with its condition. Fine condition means the coin has visible wear, but the major details are still intact. Lincoln's outline remains clear. The wheat stalks are still recognizable. The text is readable and strong. It's not perfect, and that's exactly what makes it real. It has lived. It has traveled. It has survived. And survival is what creates rarity. Because here's the truth, most people never understand. Coins are not rare just because they are old. They are rare because of how few remain in collectible condition, how many have been lost, and how many collectors are competing to own them. And this coin, this exact combination, 1955D, fine condition, gray-blue obverse tone, gray-green reverse spotting, is being hunted, quietly, aggressively, across the United States. Collectors are not just looking for coins anymore. They are searching for identity, for uniqueness, for something that stands apart from millions of others. And this coin stands apart. Now take a breath, because this is the moment everything becomes real. This exact 1955D wheat penny, in fine condition with its distinct gray-blue and gray-green toning, is currently reaching a market value of $160,200. Yes, this is happening right now. This is not a guess. This is not a story. This is the current market reality, and the most powerful part is that the value is still rising. Day by day, year by year, as fewer of these coins remain available, the demand grows stronger. This is not just a coin. This is a hidden fortune. This is something people are losing without even realizing it. And if you have one, you are holding something that most people will never even notice, let alone understand. Now listen carefully, because this knowledge can protect everything. If you ever find a coin like this, do not rush into selling it. Time is your greatest advantage. Store it properly, in a dry, stable environment, inside a protective holder. Keep it away from moisture, heat, and direct contact. And never, ever clean the coin. Cleaning may seem like a good idea, but it destroys the natural surface, removes the aging that collectors value, and can instantly reduce its worth. That gray-blue tone, those gray-green spots, they are not imperfections. They are what make the coin special. When checking coins, always start with the fundamentals. Look at the date. Confirm the mint mark. Study the condition. Then, go deeper. Examine the texture, the color, the small details that others overlook. And if you truly want to find coins like this, you need to change how you see the world around you. Because these treasures are not locked away. They are hidden in plain sight. Old jars, forgotten drawers, family collections passed down through generations, estate sales, flea markets, even loose change that people ignore every single day. The opportunity is still there, but only for those who are paying attention. And remember this, patience creates wealth. The longer you hold the right coin, the more powerful its story becomes, and the more collectors are willing to compete for it. This 1955D wheat penny is not just the final coin in this video. It is the ultimate proof that extraordinary value can exist in the smallest, most overlooked places. And now, you know. You see what others don't. You understand what others miss. And that means one thing. The next time you see a simple penny, you won't just see a coin. You'll see a hidden treasure, And who knows? The next one you find could change everything. Stay connected with this channel because we bring you freshly updated discoveries every single day, and your next big find might be closer than you think.